Friends, urinary incontinence or urinary leakage is a common phenomenon. It happens in children, more so when they don't know how to control and mother teaches them how to control urine. It happens at night, which is called bedwetting or enuresis, where mother attempts to teach them, but beyond 6 to 15 years in that age group, if you don't treat them, then they probably land up with a bedwetting phenomena which can continue and persist even in later life. So bedwetting is treatable. Incontinence or leakage in urine is treatable for children. But what about adults? Adult women go through leakage of urine more commonly than men, and the leakage of urine can happen in many ways. So if somebody is leaking urine, then why would she live on diapers? That's what the question is. So are you living with incontinence or are you ready to leave incontinence? If you're ready to leave incontinence, listen to this. Women leak urine more frequently, but two ways. Number one is that as the pelvic floor undergoes a weakening as a result of age-related changes, as a result of pregnancy and pregnancies, as a result of hormone loss, which happens at menopause, and the age which brings about a loss of elasticity of the pelvic floor because it's made like different from what men have. Women can leak urine as a result of coughing, sneezing, getting up from the bed, bending down for prayers or bending down for work, climbing stairs, etc., etc. And this is called stress incontinence. Stress is not mental, but the stress is physical to a pelvic floor, which is undergoing a progressive change with age. And this happens to women. When you can control this, you have achieved a lot. And this is something which probably is not known to many women. So they continue to live a life on diapers. It is almost incarceration of women in that age, mature age group, where she is wearing diapers when she travels out. She's scared about leakage of urine. And this is completely treatable, friends. Treatable and curable. So why are we living with diapers? Why are we living with leakage of urine in the stress incontinence group of women who leak urine when they cough, run, jump, laugh, bend? On the other side is a leakage of urine which happens because now the pelvic floor is not at fault, but the bladder is at fault. And the bladder's job is to contract and push urine out when you want to do it. That means you are the master and the bladder is a slave. But what happens when the bladder contracts erratically and just contracts whenever it wants to while you're not prepared? And that's where the bladder gives you a sensation that you go for urine more frequently. Sometimes you can't control this urge, an urgency, which is a sudden desire to pass urine, and you have to excuse yourself. You be in a class, you be in a bus, you be in a queue. That's urgency. If you don't excuse yourself, maybe you could leak urine, and that's called urgency incontinence. So, frequency of urination going up, urgency as a strong desire which is compelling enough that you can't postpone it, an urge incontinence or leakage of urine where somebody has to wear diapers, and it becomes a vicious phenomenon again, more common in women than men, more common in elderlies than youngsters. It's called overactive bladder or OAB. Friends, overactive bladder is a treatable phenomena. It's a curable phenomena. Unfortunately, it's a lifestyle phenomena and people continue to live with it, but this is completely treatable. So why do we live with something which is treatable and curable by living in an agony on a quality of life disease? Friends, I'm Dr.Sanjay from the Kokilaben Ambani Hospital's Department of Urology. Into my 25th year in urology, it's important for me to take this cue and reach out to society to make it happen that all of you who is leaking urine, who's coughing and leaking urine as women, men leaking urine because they can't control urine or leaking urine because of no knowledge of them, and leaking urine through the urinary passage, through the vagina, through the rectum, etc., is all treatable and curable. So why should human beings live their life on diapers and diapers only? Isn't it time to wake up to this phenomena after at least listening to this and passing on to everybody and take it forward to the next possible level where we will live a life which is composite enough, which will be dry, which will not be smelly of urine, and which will be a complete control on us like we had in the yesteryears. Friends, in Mumbai at the Kokilaben Ambani Hospital, from Monday morning to Saturday evening, we get to see many individuals living a life of that silent agony, which could be our ladies in a very mature age group, many men, many children with bedwetting at night, and many elderly who probably cannot tell what they're going through in urinary leakage. So leakage of urine is a very silent menace. A menace which can only be solved if you take charge upon yourself, for your relatives, for your friends, be an ambassador on the subject and take it forward to the highest continence level where you control urine and reach your washroom and be able to empty rather than living a life on diapers. Friends, it's time to take control and time to reach your urologist in your locations, in your cities. And at the Kokilaben Hospital and Department of Urology, we are keen to help you to take this to the highest possible level in leakage of urine.